This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're going to speak about why a commercial policy insuring property that has no sprinklers will find that the insured has no coverage if there is a sprinkler condition, and why a negligent broker got saved from his own negligence by an exclusion. Boulevard RE Holdings, LLC sued Mixon Insurance Agency, alleging breach of contract and negligent procurement of insurance, only to find that if the policy had been issued protecting Boulevard as requested, there would still be no coverage because of a clear and unambiguous exclusion requiring operative fire sprinkler systems. In Boulevard RE Holdings versus Mixon, the United States Court of Appeal for the Eighth Circuit on July 20, 2023, applied Missouri law to resolve the dispute. The basic facts were that Boulevard owned commercial property in which BMG Service Group operated a bar. Boulevard entered into a contract for deed with BMG for sale of the property for $1,275,000. Under the contract, Boulevard retained the property's legal title until BMG paid the purchase price in full. The contract also obligated BMG to obtain at its own expense fire insurance in the amount of the purchase price. The insurance was to be issued in Boulevard's name. BMG asked its broker, Mixon, to have Boulevard listed as a named insured, loss payee, additional insured, and mortgagee on the insurance policy. Mixon procured the policy from Berkeley Assurance Company. The policy was issued and contained an endorsement called the Fire Protective Safeguard Endorsement. The endorsement required the insured to maintain a working automatic sprinkler system on the property. The endorsement also excluded all coverage for loss or damage by fire if the sprinkler system was inoperative. The policies issued, however, regardless of the request, did not list Boulevard as a named insured, a loss payee, an additional insured, and or a mortgagee. Approximately 1 year later, the property was destroyed by fire. At the time of the fire, the sprinkler system was inoperative. Boulevard submitted a proof of loss to Berkeley Assurance, claiming to have an interest in the property as a lender. The district court held that Boulevard was not entitled to recover as a mortgagee because sellers in a contract for deed are not mortgagees under Missouri law. The district court also concluded that even if Boulevard was an insured or a mortgagee, noncompliance with the sprinkler endorsement barred coverage. The operative complaint raised two causes of action against Mixon: negligent failure to procure insurance and breach of contract. Under Missouri law, both causes of action required a showing that the defendant caused the plaintiff to suffer damage. The Eighth Circuit noted that on the record facts, even if Boulevard had been named as a mortgagee, coverage would still be barred because of the endorsement. The endorsement required the property to have a working sprinkler system. The property was destroyed by a fire that occurred while the property lacked a working sprinkler system. Indeed, had Mixon procured the policy in precisely the manner requested by BMG, and had the policy issued with Boulevard listed as a mortgagee or additional insured, Boulevard would nonetheless be in the same position in which it found itself, where the insurer owed nothing. If the policy had issued listing Boulevard as requested, the endorsement would still have barred coverage. In my opinion, it is unusual for insurers of restaurant and bar risks to require the presence of a fire sprinkler system. The bar that it burned had no operative fire sprinkler systems, and as a result, had no available coverage for damage by fire. Boulevard, who sold the property under contract, tried to avoid the condition precedent in its own negligence by failing to review the policy or insist that the buyer install operative fire sprinklers. By suing the broker for not naming it as an insured, the Eighth Circuit found the arguments sufficient to consider, and then avoided all the arguments by concluding that even if the broker did everything requested, there could still be no coverage. In essence, it concluded as did the great basketball announcer Chick Hearn, no harm, no foul. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zelma.com/blog. And when you do, you can subscribe to the blog and you will receive notice of every blog posting, usually 5, sometimes 6 a week. And you can also view the videos on rumble.com or on youtube.com, and I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, and if you like the videos, click on the like button or the thumbs up button on Rumble. And please tell your friends and colleagues about the blog and the videos, and let them subscribe to the blog and videos as well. And if you're interested in further detail or knowledge about insurance, insurance fraud, insurance law, and insurance claims, consider subscribing for a very small fee to my locals community and or my Substack publications. Thank you for your attention.